Hello everyone. In the previous lecture, we have seen the definitions of the path and the circuit. And what is the simple path, what is the elementary path, and what is the simple circuit and the elementary circuit. Now in this lecture, we will study what is the Euler path and circuit, and what is the Hamiltonian or the Hamilton path and the circuits. Now let's see these path and circuits one by one. Let's see first what is the Euler path. And a Euler path in G, it is a simple path containing the every edge of G. So see here, to make a path as a Euler path, there is one condition. Means that path contains every edge of G. Then and then only that path can be a Euler path. And what is the simple path? Simple path, that definition I have told you in our previous lecture. What is that? A simple path that does not visit the same edge twice, means that path is called as a simple. That path is simple when if it does not visit the same edge twice. So to make a path as a Euler path, that simple path contains every edge of G. Okay. The Euler path is a path by which we can visit the every edge exactly once. See here, to make a path as a Euler, you have to visit the every edge exactly once. No repetitions are allowed. So you can use the same vertices for the multiple times, but edge is exactly once only. And Euler path is a path, or in other words, we can say that an Euler path is a path that uses every edge in a graph with no repeats. Being a path, it does not have to return to the starting vertex because it is a path. So there is no restriction to return to the starting vertex. When it is a restriction, in case of the circuit, it starts and ends at the same vertex. Then and then only it is a circuit. But in case of the path, it does not have to return to the starting vertex. Next, see here one example. The two graphs are there. First one is the undirected and second one is the directed. In this graph, there are the several Euler paths. So one such path is here. See here, CA. So every edge has the numbers. That's why you can understand easily. See here, CA, this is first edge, then AB second, BD third, DC fourth, and CB 5. So to make a path as a Euler path, what is the condition? It visits every edge. So here every edges are visited. That's why this path is a Euler path. So as indicated means it is a directed and this is the undirected graph, and with the order of the edges are numbered. Next, see here the Euler circuit. And Euler circuit in a graph G is a simple circuit. See here again there is word simple circuit containing the every edge of G. Understood? In case of the Euler path, what we have said that the Euler path in a graph G is a simple path. And in case of circuit also, an Euler circuit in a graph is a simple circuit. Now what is the simple circuit? Simple circuit means does not visit the same edge twice. Okay, so that circuit is a Euler circuit when if it is a simple circuit and that also contains the every edge of G, then and then only we can say that that circuit is a Euler circuit. This is the necessary condition for the circuit also and path also, because don't confuse here, every edge of G must be visited in Euler circuit also and in path also. But in a path, there is no necessity to return at the starting vertex. But in case of the circuit, the condition is must be satisfied of the starting and ending vertex must be same. The Euler circuit is a special type of the Euler path. When the starting vertex of the Euler path is also connected with the ending vertex of that path, then it is called as a Euler circuit. And Euler circuit is a circuit that uses every edge in a graph with no repeats. And being a circuit, as I already told you, that it must start and end at the same vertex. Why? Because it is a circuit. Understood? But in case of path, there is no need to start and end at the same vertex. See here one example of the Euler circuit. So here starting and ending at vertex A, there is also directed graph and undirected graph. In the directed graph, the edges are numbered. So you can easily understand how it can be traversed along the edges. See here the second one. Second circuit, see here AE. See here AE first number, then EC second, then CA third, then AB fourth, BC 5, CF 6 and FE 7 and ED 8 and DA 9. Means starting and ending at the same vertex, that is A. So this is a Euler circuit because starting and ending point is the same, and condition is also satisfied. Every edges are visited here. Understood? So you can see here by a numbering of the edges are here. So 9 edges are there and 9 edges are visited. So there is another circuit also there. See here first one AD, then AD, then DE, then EA, then AC, then CE, then E to F, then F to C, C to B, and then B to A. This is also another circuit of this graph G. And so there are the two circuits are there. First starting and ending point are same, but another edges vertices are different. Means condition is satisfied here. Starting and end point are the same and visits the every edge. Next, see another example here. Which of the undirected graphs in the figure 1 have an Euler circuit? Of those that don't have an Euler circuit, which have an Euler path? Understood? What is the question? See here figure first. So this is our figure first. These are G1, G2, G3 are the undirected graphs. So from by using these graphs or by seeing these graphs, you have to answer this question. What is that? Which of the undirected graphs have an Euler circuit? Means among the G1, G2, G3, which graph has the Euler circuit? If that graphs don't have an Euler circuit, which graph has an Euler path? That is the question. Now see here, the graph G1 has an Euler circuit. For example, AE, CD, EB, A. See here carefully. The graph G1 has an Euler circuit. For example, AE, CD, EB, A. See here. First see the graph G1. What is that? Euler circuit AECD. See here. AE, then CD. AE, then EC, then CD. CD, then EBA. EBA. So yeah, this is the circuit. AB, AECD, AECD, then DE, DE, then EB, EB, and then A. EB, then A. So this is the graph G1 has the Euler circuit because every edge is visited. Here, every edge is visited and starting and end point is the same, that is A. That's why the graph G1 has the Euler circuit. So neither of the graphs G2 and G3 has an Euler circuit. See here, Why? G2 has no Euler circuit and G3 also no Euler circuit. Why? You can try here. By looking at this figure, you can try here AB, then BE, then ED, then DC, then CE, AE, then AD. Suppose you do like this to find out the circuit in graph G2, then you have to repeat the edges. So condition is violated here. What is our condition of the Euler circuit? No repetition of the edges. Edge must be visited exactly once. But to try to find out the circuit in G2, repetition of the edges are must. That's why G2 has the no Euler circuit. G3 also same. G3 also does not have any Euler circuit. Same. Here also the repetition of edges are must. But here the condition is violated. That's why G2 and G3 has no Euler circuit. But G3 has an Euler path. See here. G3 has an Euler path, namely A, C, D, E, B, D, A, B. So see here, this is a path. That's why the starting and end point may be different. Understood? That's why it is called as a path. But in case of circuit, starting and end point must be same. That is AA. But here, this is the G3 has the Euler path. AC, DE, BD, and AB. See here. AC, then CD, AC, then CD, then DE, then EB, then BD, then DA, and AB. DA, then AB. So this is a Euler path. Means the graph G3 has a Euler path. It doesn't have the Euler circuit, but G3 has a Euler path. G2 does not have any Euler path. See here, this graph G2 does not have any Euler circuit and does not have any Euler path because repetition of edges are must. So condition of the Euler path and Euler circuit is violated. That's why G2 does not have any Euler path or Euler circuit. Next, see here another question. Which of the directed graphs in the figure 2 have an Euler circuit, and of those that don't have, which have an Euler path? The question is same here. Means previous question same here, but the difference is that in that there is undirected graphs are there, but in this question directed graphs are there. See here, these are the directed graphs H1, H2 and H3. So by looking at this graphs, you have to answer this question. Means which graph has an Euler circuit? If that graph is not having any Euler circuit, then you have to find out if that graph has any Euler path or not. Understood? So see here, these are the directed graphs H1, H2 and H3. These are directed graphs. So graph H2 has an Euler circuit. H2. See here, H2 has an Euler circuit. AG, CB, GE, DFA. AG, GB, then AG, then GC, AG, then GC, then CB, then BG, then GE, then ED, then DF, and then FA. So see here, every edge of this graph we have visited. That's why the condition is satisfied. So H2 has an Euler circuit. Understood? And by looking at this example or graph, you can easily say that it is directed. That's why you can easily find out which graph has a Euler circuit or which path has a which graph has a Euler path. Next, neither of the graph H1 or H3 has an Euler circuit. H1 and H3 does not have any Euler circuit. It is simple. By looking at this H1 graph, you can easily say that it does not have any Euler circuit, because from AB the direction from B to C there is no edge between B to C vertices. So the condition is not satisfied. Similarly for the H3 graph, see here, from CD, then DB, then BC, then CA, then AB. So to end at the vertex C, because we start from the vertex C, but suppose we have to end at the vertex C, we have to visit the edge BC again, means twice. So repetition of edges are done here. So condition is violated. So we can say that H3 does not have any Euler circuit. H3 has an Euler path, namely CA, AB, BC, CD and DP. So here H3 has an Euler path. CA, first CA, then AB, then BC, then CD, then DB. Okay, so this is a Euler path. Starting and ending vertex are different. But H1 does not have any Euler path. H1 does not neither have the Euler circuit and nor Euler path also. Understood? So these examples you can trace out by looking at this graphs. So see here again, Hamiltonian path. Now in the previous PPT we have seen what are the Euler path and Euler circuit. Now see here what is the Hamiltonian path and Hamiltonian circuit. Hamiltonian also, or we can say Hamilton path. A simple path in a graph G that passes through every vertex exactly once is called a Hamiltonian path. So this is the definition of the Hamiltonian path. This is the difference between from the Euler path, because in the Euler path you have to visit every edge, but in case of the Hamiltonian path you have to visit the every vertex exactly once. That is the difference between the Hamiltonian path and the Euler path. A Hamiltonian path visits every vertex once with no repeats, but does not have to start and end at the same vertex because it is a path. A connected graph is said to be a Hamiltonian if it contains the each vertex of exactly once. Such a path is called as a Hamiltonian path. Understood here? In case of the Hamiltonian or Hamilton, you have to visit the every vertex exactly once. But in case of the Euler, you have to visit the every edge exactly once. That is the main and big difference between the Hamilton and Euler. See here one example. Hamiltonian path. ED, then DB, then BA, then AC. This is the Hamiltonian path. Means each vertex is visited exactly once. Note, means in this Euler path contains the each edge of the graph. In the Euler path, each edge of the graph exactly once. Means in the Euler path you have to visit each and every edge exactly once. But in case of the path, it is not necessary. So that's why in a Hamiltonian path, some edges of the graph can be skipped. So here, some edges of the graph can be skipped. So here, in this Hamiltonian path of this graph, BC edge is skipped. But this is the Hamiltonian path, so there is no need to visit that edge BC. What is the condition for the Hamiltonian? Every vertex must be visited. So that condition is satisfied. Next, what is the Hamilton circuit? A simple circuit in a graph G that passes through every vertex exactly once is called a Hamiltonian circuit or Hamilton circuit. That passes through every vertex exactly once. Hamiltonian circuit is a circuit that visits every vertex once with no repeats. But being a circuit, it must start and end at the same vertex. See here one example. Notice that the circuit only has to visit the every vertex once. so it does not need to use every edge. So edges may be skipped. The circuit could be denoted by the sequence of the vertices visited, starting and ending at the same vertex. So see here, AB, then BF, then FG, then GC, then CD, then DH, then HM, then ML, then LK, then KJ, then JE, and E to A. So here in this circuit, every vertex is visited. Every vertices are visited here. So this is, we can say that this is a Hamiltonian circuit. So you have to remember here that same circuit could be written in a reverse order also. That can be another circuit like AE, JK, LM, HD, CG, FBA. This is one kind of another circuit also, Hamiltonian circuit. Next, so here one example, another example. Does a Hamiltonian path or circuit exist on the graph below? So there is a graph below, and by looking at this graph you have to answer this question. So once we travel to vertex E, there is no way to leave without returning to C. So there is no possibility of a Hamiltonian circuit. So what is the condition for the Hamiltonian circuit? You have to visit the every vertex exactly once. But if you try to find out the circuit, you have to visit the vertex C again twice. So condition is violated. So we can't find the Hamiltonian circuit in this graph. But we can easily find out the Hamiltonian path. If we start at the vertex E, we can find the several Hamiltonian paths like the EC, DA, then BD and B. EC, then CD, then DA, then AB. Another EC, then CA, then AB and BD. These are the Hamiltonian paths in this graph, but no Hamiltonian circuit in this graph. Another example, which of the simple graphs in the figure 3 have a Hamiltonian circuit, or if not, which graphs have the Hamiltonian path? There are the three simple graphs are here, G1, G2 and G3. So which of these three graphs have the Hamiltonian circuit or the Hamiltonian path? So G1 has a Hamiltonian circuit. A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E. This is one kind of the Hamiltonian circuit, means G1 has the Hamiltonian circuit, but there is no Hamiltonian circuit in G2. But G2 does have a Hamiltonian path. No Hamiltonian circuit in G2. You have to find this if there is circuit in G2 or not. Understood? I have already explained in a lot of examples what is the Hamiltonian circuit and how we can find out that circuit. So you have to find out that if there is any circuit in G2 or not. G2 does have a Hamiltonian path, namely ABCD. ABCD. Correct. Then G3 has neither a Hamiltonian circuit nor a Hamiltonian path, because any path containing all the vertices must contain one of the edges AB, EF and CD more than once. So here the condition of the Hamiltonian path is violated, or Hamiltonian circuit is also violated. So condition is not satisfied here. So in this graph G3, we can't find out any circuit also or path also. Now see here, what is the difference between the Eulerian or Euler circuit and Hamiltonian or Hamilton circuit? An Eulerian circuit or the Euler circuit traverses every edge in a graph exactly once, but may repeat vertices, while a Hamiltonian or Hamilton circuit visits each vertex in a graph exactly once, but may repeat edges. So vice versa. Okay. Likewise, similarly, Eulerian or Euler path must visit each edge exactly once, while the Hamiltonian or Hamilton path must visit each vertex exactly once. So that is the main difference between the Euler and the Hamiltonian path and the circuit. Understood? Okay. So we should stop here. We will continue in our next lecture. Thank you.